voice actor guest that's here this weekend. I am a voice actor, I am a director, I am a writer, etc., etc. Some of the roles, you may know me. I see Devil's a part-timer guy, so Chiho from Devil's a part-timer. I play Happy in Fairy Tale. I play, who else do I play? Ragdoll in My Hero. I play Beast in Black Butler. Thank you. Nazare in Rosario Kiss Vampire, 02 and Darling in the Franxx. Thank you, Marron in Dragon Ball Z. That should be enough. If it's not, look up Wikipedia. It remembers way more than I do. I'm not used to being on stage. I'm used to being like down with you guys. So it's a little awkward. I may end up coming down here because it feels so weird. We can run this as a Q&A if you guys want. You can ask me any questions about the industry, animation. It's my favorite topic in the whole wide world. So yeah, does anybody have any questions? Awesome. I feel like I've got a guy around the microphone. Hang on, let me see if I can find him. Oh, there he is! Awesome. Are you ready to run, Forrest, run?
No, well, no.
It's all right, it'll be fine. All right, raise your hand nice and high. This guy with the beard right here on this. Yeah. Sorry, I'll try not to make you run around this time like crazy.
I was just wondering if you could pick any of your characters to represent you in a fight, who would you pick and why?
If I could pick any of my characters to represent me in a fight, I'm trying to decide if I want them to win or not. I'd have to say 02 and Darling in the Franxx because she's mighty and she is strong. I would say Ragdoll from My Hero, but she doesn't last that long, unfortunately, in My Hero. So that's who I would choose. Second choice would be Happy because he could fly away, and that means I win by default, right? I don't know if those are my personal rules. So yes, that was a great question. Who else? What about this young lady right here?
What would you say to little kids who want to be an actress or something like that?
What would I say to a little kid? Are you a little kid who wants to be an actress? How old are you? 13? Oh, that's so sweet. I started wanting to be an actress when I was 13. That's why. I was talking yesterday about how when my stepsister had pictures of boy bands on the wall, I had cartoons on the wall. And I thought that was normal. But my advice would be to study acting, first of all. If you want to be, do you want to be a voice actor or an actor on television? What would you like? Or anything? What? Voice? Watch cartoons, which is, yay, finally I get to watch cartoons. But if you watch cartoons and you study the voices, you learn what's popular now. And I say, if you're not in plays, get into plays, get used to being on stage, using your voice. If you're a shy person, like I was shy, so I made a friend that I could role play with. So we would be on the phone, acting like characters on the phone. And even that is a way to practice. So learn about the industry by studying cartoons, find friends you can play with, get in plays, and then just kind of seek opportunities, see what's out there for you. There's all kinds of stuff happening in your area.
What was your favorite character to voice and why?
My favorite character to voice and run, that's actually like asking which one of our kids are our favorite. If I say one character, they'll haunt me at night and I'll feel really bad. But I will say that I never get tired of voicing Happy the Cat. He's been my kitty pal since 2011, so I've scooped his litter box many a day. So what is 2019, so it's like 8 years with that character. So if I had to pick one, I'd say Happy. 02 from Darling is one of my favorites. Beast, Black Butler, one of my favorites. So they're all kind of your babies. What else you guys got? What about you, right behind her?
When you're an ADR directing, are you also in charge of casting?
Thank you for asking that. I love answering questions about directing. Are you in charge of casting? Yes. Yes, we are. So when we're handed a show, I'm in charge of it from top to bottom. That means casting, that means double checking everybody else's work. All the way up till broadcast. Thank you for that question, that was great.
If you could be any other character in Black Butler, what could you be?
If I would, your mic went out, but I'm assuming you said if I could be any other character in Black Butler. Awesome. Who's everybody in love with? Are you in love with CL or Sebastian? If I could pick any, then I'd be Sebastian. I don't think I'm a good fit vocally, but you know, in this imaginary scenario, I am. It's okay, I think I got it. What was it like behind the scenes when Carla called Happy Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So Jade, I don't know if she's teasing or not. Do y'all call it shipping? Like we do? If we want two characters to be together, we ship them? Okay, cool. Just making sure. Jade ships Panther Lily and Carla. And it's really messed up. And I don't like it. But for me, when I recorded that scene, I was so delighted because I've been wanting Happy to have kittens since before I started voicing Happy. Like, I need him to have babies right now. So, when he met Carla, oh, it was my favorite fairy tale moment. So anytime those two get a little, you know, like hints at maybe liking each other, absolutely adore it. You have to ask Jade about what she feels about the other way. She's a little stubborn, just like Carla. What else you guys got? I love it. Some panels, we don't have any questions, and you guys are ready. What about the girl right here in the yellow shirt, my hero?
Can you say Isa in Happy's voice?
I can. Isa! That was an easy answer.
What's your favourite line you've had to say? And if so, could you say it in the character's voice?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Let me think. For Happy, one of my favorite lines is when he sees Carla for the first time and he's trying to get Lucy to, like, I don't know, introduce him. And he's oh, what did he say? Hang on, let me try to remember. Lucy, I'll give you all my fish if you tell that vision I haven't been neutered yet. I love it. Always cracks me up. I think Josh Greeley wrote that line, and it always made me laugh that he talked about Happy being neutered.
What's your favourite part of the industry?
My favorite part, this right here is my favorite part of the industry. So I'm a voice actor, which means most of the time I'm in a closet talking to myself. And it's so nice to be out with you guys who have such a connection and love for the characters and the shows. It's a reminder like, oh yeah, this is why I do it. Because they love it just like I love it. I'm not alone. So that's my favorite part, this is amazing.
Is there any characters you hate doing the voice of?
No, because if I say that, it makes me sound ungrateful. But also, yes, any character that makes me scream a lot, which for me is all of my characters. They're all hard. Some characters are so difficult because they strain your voice that you have to take it an hour at a time. Like, I'll do it for an hour today and maybe an hour next week after my voice cools down. But anything that strains my voice, a lot of fighting games are that way, as you can expect. But at the end of the day, any project is awesome, you know. It's kind of what I knew what I was getting into when I started, so yeah. Trying to catch me hating on my characters. Nowadays, the days of the internet, you can make your own projects and put them out easier than ever before. So stuff is available globally, and that's amazing. My advice, of course, is to keep drawing, keep practicing, give yourself an online presence. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, get people excited about your work. Don't rely on that, because it's very easy for artists to get discouraged, like, oh, I only got 2 likes. I'm gonna stop drawing, I'm depressed. No, you have to keep drawing. It's not about them, it's about what you're trying to, you know, show the world. So just keep drawing. And see, seek out opportunities, or they'll come to you. I mean, I also draw, and I know how sacred it is, so protect it. No matter if you're in the industry or not, never stop drawing. My favorite part about voicing Beast, well, I think the whole experience was amazing because Black Butler had such a following, and so many people love it. And I didn't get into seasons 1 and 2, so for me to get into 3 was like, oh my gosh, yay! Ian Sinclair directed it, and he did a fabulous job. He helped guide me through the accent, because that was terrifying, doing the accent. But, I don't know, my favorite part, I want to say the time I spent with Sebastian. But I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say all of it was awesome. What else do you have that? Anyone? No? Oh, right there in the blue shirt. I like that. That's a Sonic blue. Sonic's my favorite. What?
It's not Sonic.
I know, but it's a Sonic blue. So yes, I was correct.
I was wondering if you could say Ragdoll's voice. Guess what, guys? I'm not dead yet.
And Ragdoll's voice. Guess what, guys? I'm not dead yet. I kind of have my Ragdoll outfit on today. Doesn't she wear yellow? My favorite moment to interact with a fan. Oh my gosh, I really don't have one. I really love every experience. I will tell you a funny one though. This guy at a convention in America asked me to sign his arm with Sharpie. And there was a long line of people, so I was like, sure. And it was just sloppy and crappy. And then he got it tattooed on his arm. And showed me the next day, like, look, I got a tattoo. And I was so upset at him. Like, why didn't you tell me you were going to get a tattoo? I would have tried harder. Because it looked so messy. And he was so proud of it, like, no, it's fine, I love it. I'm like, well, I don't love it. And now everyone's gonna think I'm messy. So that was a really funny experience I had. What else? Yes ma'am. Oh, nice and high. Yes, you. Wait, he's coming your way, Hi.
If you could be any of the other cats in fairy tale, who would it be and why?
Panther Lily, because he's cool, he's strong and mighty. I tried to convince them to let me play Happy and Carla, but they wouldn't go for it. Alright, so, well, that was really loud all of a sudden. In exchange for me answering the question, will you tell me your favorite thing that you're watching right now? It doesn't have to be anime, but I love animation and I love TV. So if you have any suggestions, let me know.
I heard that you're a Disney fan, so is there any particular cartoon in Disney that you would like to voice?
Oh my gosh, Minnie Mouse is my favorite, so I would love to voice her. Disney movies, just fun fact, my favorite is Great Mouse Detective that takes place here. The first time I came to London, I was on the London Eye looking at Big Ben, listening to the soundtrack to Great Mouse Detective and crying, like, oh, this is where he fought Radigan.
What was your first thoughts when you found out you were going to play a cat?
Perfect. I found out on Christmas Day, I got a Facebook message from the director, and he's like, how do you feel about playing a little blue cat? And I was like, that sounds awesome. And here we are, all these years later. He actually had me audition for Lucy first. And I tried for Urza, but, you know, my voice is too high for Urza, so I turned to the back, and on the very last page was the stuff with Happy, and I was like, that's him. I love him. I don't know who he is, but he's mine. And thankfully it worked out. What are you watching?
Campione.
Ooh, what is that?
Anime series I watch online. Basically, God Slayers.
Oh, nice. Very nice. I like it. Awesome. Who's next? Ooh. What about this? Yep, right there. You. Yes. Why did I become a voice actor? I love cartoons. I have no idea what else I would be doing with my I think I'd be a teacher. I also have a teaching degree, but I just love cartoons my whole life, and I didn't know what to do with that. So, like I said, I had cartoons all over my wall, not hot guys, hot cartoons. I loved them. For me, it was Toy Story. I had a big crush on Woody. And it was like, how can I be involved? How can I, well, you know, the same reason you guys cosplay. You want to be close to the characters. You want to, you know, want to feel near them. That's what got me into voice acting. Like, how can I feel as close to these characters as I can? Whether it's drawing, because I was an art major too, whether it's voicing, whether I'm just doing fan art and doing something else, I just had to be near the industry. And that's why, like, I just love it. I'm a big nerd, but that's fine because you all are as well. You better be, I hope so. All right, what else? This is fun. Do you feel like running?
I can.
How about right there in front of you?
So, out of all the voice actors that you worked with, who was like the most fun to work with?
Oh my gosh, I love all of the ones I've gotten to work with. Now some are more friendly than others, I will say. But most of the time, we don't get to work alongside each other. I come in and the work's already done, or I'm the first one. We actually get to meet at conventions most of the time. Like if you watch Fairy Tale, you know that me, Todd, and Jeremy are the leads. And Todd and Jeremy live in LA, and I live in Texas, which is a 3-hour plane ride away. So I don't get to see them until they come to visit their families or we're at a con together. I will say that Joel McDonald is, and I wish I could have had a list of his characters ready for you because he's quite popular, but he's a wonderful, he's very laid back, very friendly, so I love working with him. But pretty much almost everyone I work with, they're so nice. We have such a cool industry, you know, cartoons are neat. So hopefully everybody's got a good attitude.
What was your inspiration for Happy's voice?
Making money. I'm just kidding. My inspiration for Happy's voice, well, it wasn't really mine to decide. The Japanese was already there, and the director, Tyler Walker, auditioned people, and what we tend to do when we audition and get cast is whoever has a voice closest to the Japanese or has the spirit of the character. So I was able to feel Happy's spirit, you know, and how sassy he is, and it just worked out for me. And over the years, Happy's gotten a little deeper, not my choice. So when you start Fairy Tale, he's really high-pitched. Hi, Nancy. But once he meets Carlo, I don't know, he gets a little like, hey girl. Like, he gets a little bit deeper, and it's cool because it's almost like seeing him grow up. So, I love it. What are you watching?
Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, I know that one. Well done. What about you, my dear, with the white shirt? I love Gunslinger Girl. Also, Shaman King. It's very, very old. You know Shaman King? Oh my gosh. That was my first anime I ever watched. Do you remember Manta, the little guy who's short? I had the biggest crush on him. Online, when I was in high school, I had a live journal. I don't know if you know, that might be too old for you. But it was a blog, and it was all about how me and this character were married. And it was pretty magical. What are you watching?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
What? Still? Nice! What about you, right there behind her?
I was wondering, have you ever cried during the recording?
Yes, I have. When I was playing Megumi, Shiki, at the very end of that show, I won't spoil it, but something sad happens to her, and it was a bummer. Darling in the Franxx, I cried a lot, just because that character is so afraid to be loved that it broke my heart. And seeing her find herself just really made me happy. So yeah, I've cried in the booth. Something also about when my character cries and then I hear it back, something about hearing myself cry makes me cry. Like, oh, that's so sad. I'm sad. So I've cried quite a few times in naughty boy. What about you? Yes.
What was your favorite line in playing Beast?
Playing Beast? Oh my gosh. I really don't know. I really don't know. I loved every moment I get to be Beast. I loved it. And I know that sounds like a cop-out answer, but I absolutely love that show and I love that character. She was such a challenge. And I remember stepping into the booth for the first time to play her was terrifying. Because all these people had gone before me, you know, and oh, I don't want to be the one that ruins Black Butler. And I was warned, like, okay, just letting you know before you get on Black Butler, this show is really, people love it. So if you screw it up, they won't let you forget it. So fortunately, it worked out. I'm so grateful that you guys like it so much. That just warms my heart.
It's one of my favorites.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And so, honestly, and I'm not just talking about me, but the accents, are they pretty accurate or are they cringy?
The only accent that I don't like is CL's because I think the actor's trying too hard to get the London accent, but everyone I've noticed so far.
So you prefer like a looser, relaxed?
Well, because my family are from London, so I have quite a bit of a London accent. So I understood most of everything, and it really felt like a hometown anime when I was watching it, but CL's one just really irritated me.
Okay, that's awesome. See, I have no way of knowing that outside, like in the States. And we don't want to go online and look at comments because, you know, people are mean. So, thank you so much. That's awesome. That helps me learn. What are you watching right now?
At the minute, I'm watching Bleach because I've just started it.
Oh, nice. How do you like it?
It's really good. I really enjoy it.
That's awesome.
I've got one that you might enjoy.
Okay.
It's called Banana Fish. I know that's a weird name.
Banana Fish. Okay.
Yeah, but it's brand new. It's like the best.
It's an anime or a cartoon?
It's an anime, but it is upsetting. It will make you cry. It's been quite a few people cry.
It'll make you cry and ruin your life, but you'll love it.
No, yeah, it's like one of those that you really like enjoy, that you get so engrossed in it that you don't even realise you're crying through all of it.
Where can I watch it?
I watched it on Kiss Anime.
Kiss Anime?
Yeah.
Cool. Is it dubbed yet?
No, it's not dubbed yet because it's only just come out.
Awesome! Awesome! I can't wait to check it out.
So is there any work you do outside of voice acting?
I'm also a director. I'm also a writer. I used to write for anime. I don't wish that job on anyone. It's hard. Very hard. I don't do anything outside of anime now. But when I first started, I waited tables at this restaurant where you dress up like fictional characters. So I was Princess Peach, and then I was Alice in Wonderland, and then I was Cinderella. It sounds like a really great job, right? Try to explain to little kids why Cinderella is bussing a table. It's really complicated. And it was a really, really hard job. But I think no matter what age you are, a job in the service industry is very good for you. It'll teach you all kinds of lessons about how to be kind. I also worked at the Disney store. And right now, I'm just doing voice acting full time, so I'm very blessed right now. Thank you. Do you read books? How do you consume art?
The Grand Tour on Amazon.
Oh, got it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. I hate books and anime. Who are you right now? Who are you cosplaying? I love Sonic, and I love Shadow. Thank you. I was hoping, I saw the fuzzy chest, and I was like, I don't want to assume, but I'm going to hope it's Shadow. So, very good. Sometimes I work in Houston, which is 6 hours away. Sometimes I work in LA, which is, I have to get on a flight to work. But most of the time I work at Funimation in Dallas. And there are different studios. Fortunately, they're all in the same place. And it's a lot of fun. We have deadlines, so we try to get our product out right after the Japanese, maybe a week or two after. So I'm in different studios playing different characters every couple of days, and it is busy, let me tell you. I had to do a lot of things early so I can come here, because we have to work all the time to get those deadlines. But yeah, I love it. It's awesome. It's like I don't know, it's like running a marathon every show. It's like, okay, 12 episodes, I got this. So it's great. What are you watching right now?
I'm really watching Kamisama Kiss. It's actually
Kamisama Kiss? Oh, awesome! It's a great show. Have you seen the second season yet?
Yes.
Yeah, do you enjoy it? I'm waiting, I want a third. I want a third season so bad. Thank you so much. Oh, what am I watching right now? I'm watching an old cartoon called Biker Mice from Mars. Whoa, you guys know that? That's amazing. I was from like the 90s. So I'm watching that right now, trying to make my way through the episodes. Also the old Sonic cartoon. I like to watch a lot of old stuff. What else am I watching? I think that's it. Right now I'm just watching Biker Mice from Mars. It's hard for me to watch anime because I'm in it, so I feel like I'm watching it all the time. But yeah, I like really crazy cartoons. Have you guys heard of Super Jail? No? It's a very violent, beautiful show, like a carnival of violence is what I would call it. And that's a dark show that's really fun to watch. What are you watching?
One Piece.
One Piece, nice. What episode are you on?
8, 7, 2.
8.
Whatever's the.
I was so scared you were gonna say 8. I was like, listen, you got a while, friends. That's awesome. You're like caught up, right?
Yeah.
Way to go, that's cool.
Hardest voice to do? What do you find most challenging when you're voice acting?
Any voice that is yelling is difficult to maintain. So a lot of voice that are really excited and that I just finished right before I came here. I did an episode on a show I can't tell you about, but I'm so excited to be a part of this show. But my character screams, and then I had to do it for 6 hours. And so, it was exhausting. So those would definitely be the most difficult. And I was saying yesterday that back when I started in the industry, I was scared to audition for women who had matured, like that had breasts, because I thought my voice was too high-pitched, so I'll never get to play a grown-up. I can only play kids and animals. So for a while, my deeper voice was more difficult, but now I get cast as everything, so I feel good. What are you watching?
I'm watching loads of shows right now, but favorite right now, Domestic Girlfriend. It's so good, go watch it.
Where is that from? I mean, where do you watch it?
Oh god, I'm not a good person, I pirate my anime, so go anime, let's go.
I won't yell at you, but some people will. At least you're honest. Honest is a good thing. Well, aside from the part where you pirate anime, but... What's it called one more time?
Domestic Girlfriend.
Domestic Girlfriend, nice. Hi.
Hi. What is your favorite line in Fairy Tale?
My favorite, oh, did you just sit in on this? Because I had already done that one. But that's okay. Another favorite of mine is anytime Happy gets to say I, sir, which is like every episode. It was so funny, I was at a con once, and the second season was about to come out, and this guy stood up and he was really serious, and he was like, do you get to say I, sir, in the new season? And I was like, probably. And he was like, good. I'm not gonna watch it if you don't. And he sat down and he was so scared about it. So it made me so happy that he was so invested that now I, sir, is my favorite line. Thank you for that question. What are you watching right now?
Ace Attorney.
Oh, that's so exciting. Do you play the games too?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Nice.
I'm very terrible at it because I can't tell the truth.
I love it.
But I can try my best to reveal the truth of the murderer.
Ah, very good. A hand in hand with Ace Attorney goes Professor Layton, and that's my favorite. I love Layton. Do you guys play Professor Layton here? Puzzle game? Love it.
How do you guys prepare the script to match the lip sync in the anime series?
Gosh, first we sacrifice babies. Wait. What was the the question?
So-
No kidding. Writing for anime is a very, very hard job. I did it for a year and I will never do it again. We have people whose job it is and they love it. It's not for me. We have a direct translation, just like it is when you watch subs. You have a direct translation. And then we have to figure out how to say the same thing, but make it fit the flaps. So if it's like, I adore you in Japanese, or no, it's like, longest line ever in Japanese, but there's only 3 flaps. And the idea of the line is, I love you. I love you. Like, that's how we do it. That's very simple, but it can get very complex because it's all about keeping the intention of the line. Because so many fans, you know, whether you're a dub person or a sub person, either way, you want the correct story. So that's where the challenge comes in. And it's tough. It is a tough gig, I'll tell you. But people work very, very hard on it.
It's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. What are you watching right now?
One anime series and one non-animated series.
Okay.
One is called Bahamut. I just got past the 4 episodes. I'm continuing watching it. Very confusing, like from one timeline to another. But still impressive.
Very cool.
Secondly, it's Westworld.
Westworld, whoa, that's awesome.
You mentioned that if there's any animated series that you want to watch, should I let you know?
Yeah.
5 or 7.
List them off.
So 2 Disney shows, DuckTales, the new DuckTales.
The new DuckTales is amazing. Yes.
It's very
That's a great suggestion.
And a very old Disney XD show, Kick Buttowski. If you love like an extreme, like skateboarding or extremist
Yes, I remember that show.
Kick Buttowski is one of the series to check out. 2 Cartoon Network shows, old ones and new ones, Megas XLR.
Okay.
If you like, like giant-sized robot battle, that's a series to check out. It's
Awesome.
something like right up your alley. When you watch it, you will love it. Trust me.
Awesome, thank you.
The second one is Regular Show.
Regular show is awesome too. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. You should forward me your list on Twitter so I don't forget these.
Unfortunately, I don't have Twitter.
What? I want to tell you to get with the times, but it's probably the best that you don't.
The last 2, but one of them is very old. It's called Silverhawk.
Okay.
It's in the same era as Thundercats, the very old one.
Awesome.
It's more like in outer space and silver, Silverhawk.
Yeah, that's great.
Check that out. I don't know much of the show, but I think you will like it.
Awesome.
And lastly, there's so many shows for you to check out. There's a lot of lists. 5 of them are, oh yes, the YY Family.
Okay.
It's a very old Fox Kids show. The YY Family.
Awesome.
Check that out.
Thank you so much for your suggestions.
Anytime.
I'll try to remember them. Awesome. Do you guys watch Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared? Do you like it? Okay, good. It's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. And when I was looking up London, I was like, I wonder if there's any cool Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared things I can buy or do here. Which is funny because most people are like, Shakespeare, go see the Globe Theater. And I'm like, well, what about puppets though? Like, that sounds fun. What about you? Yes. McRonald's uniform there.
Of all the shows that you've worked on, which one would you like to see get another series?
Well, since you're dressed appropriately, I'm gonna have to say Devil's a Part-Timer. That's a great show, and I love Chiho. She's a great character. You know Felicia, who's here, plays Emmy.
Yeah, I've already got it to sign my copy of the Blu-ray.
Nice, nice. Before we were best friends, we played those roles. So it's so cool that now that we're best friends and know each other, it's like, hey, you were in that thing, and so were you. Thank you for, oh, what are you watching right now?
I'm in between shows, but I just finished Excelbound.
Nice, how was it?
It was awesome, actually. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome, great.
So I'm assuming that your voice is one of your most important tools. So do you have any specific regimes for that?
Oh, to take care?
Yeah.
Warming up before sessions is very important. warming up before talking for a long time is very important, which I did not do today. On YouTube, you can learn a lot about your voice, understanding vocal cords, understanding how to protect them. Yesterday I was saying I had to go on vocal rest for 6 weeks because I was in a fighting game and I didn't rest and I didn't warm up and I had a vocal hemorrhage. So when you go to the voice doctor, they put a camera down your nose to look at your vocal cords, and mine were not beautiful. And so I had to go on rest, and it was no talking for 6 weeks. Can you imagine no talking for 6 weeks? It was horrible.
I'm sorry you had to go through.
Yes, thank you. So learning about your voice is very, very important. Yeah, just doing all the research. We're so blessed to live in a time of the internet where anything is accessible. So YouTube is your best friend. What are you watching, my dear?
Actually, I'm not watching, I'm reading, and it's a Korean manual called I Love You.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard that.
No. Is it good?
It's great.
Oh, nice. Is it romantic?
Yeah, I'm losing lots of sleep.
Oh, those are the best stories. I haven't slept in 5 days. This book is great.
Alright, so if you had to choose your favourite voice actor to work with, who would it be?
Oh my gosh, I love so many. I'll have to say Jill McDonald and Caitlin Glass. She plays Winry, the Fullmetal Alchemist, etc., etc. She's absolutely lovely. I was in love with her before I was a voice actor, so when I met her, I totally fangirled, and it was very embarrassing. So that makes her one of my favorites. I really embarrassed myself in front of Caitlin Glass when I met her. We were auditioning for a show called Line Barrels of Iron, and it was back when I first started, so this was in 2009, 10 years ago. And do you know what extensions are, like for your hair? Yeah? Guys, if you don't know, you can sew in fake hair, or you can clip it in. I'm sure you guys know because most of you are wearing wigs. Well, back in the day, when I was 21, I loved her character, Triella from Gunslinger Girl, and Triella has long blonde hair. So I wanted long blonde hair for this audition, because I was auditioning for Caitlin. So I put in these extensions, clipped them in, and I looked so adorable with my big blonde pigtails. And when she saw me, I fangirled so hard, because she said, I just love your hair. And I was like, oh, thank you. It's not my hair. I mean, it is my hair. I bought it. Actually, let me just show you how this works. And it was when I took my pigtail down and I was waving my fake hair in her face that I realized maybe I messed up. And turns out she cast me as a really nerdy scientist girl with long blonde pigtails. So it worked out. Hey! But it was a very embarrassing experience. And yeah, so Caitlin, what are you watching right now?
I'm watching Fairy Tale final season.
Nice!
Also watching Wind Central and Tuplets.
Oh, great! I'm one of those girls.
Yeah. And I'm also watching Domestic Girlfriend.
Oh, very nice. That's another one he was watching. It's the headbands. You're like Mind Link.
Who would you cosplay as?
I have cosplayed before. I've cosplayed as Nutty from Happy Tree Friends and the little teddy bear from Bleach. What was his name? Kong Kong? I cosplayed as him. Both Lolita, like cute, like, oh, I'm an adorable bear. Who would I cosplay as? I really want a happy bodysuit with like fake wings, you know, like these kigus that everyone's wearing. I need a happy one. I've been on the prowl, I haven't found one yet. So one day I'll be bouncing around as happy. Thank you for the question. What are you watching?
Sword Art Online Season 2.
Very nice. How is it?
I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to.
You would start it again?
I haven't started it yet.
Oh, you haven't started it yet. Well, I can't wait. I hope you enjoy it. That's exciting. That's a big show. Awesome. All right, my friends. Yes, Naruto headband.
Have you ever met your Japanese counterpartner for one of the shows you do?
I haven't, but I'm waiting to because the girl who plays Happy, she and I are like eye to eye on so many roles. It's amazing to me, so I can't wait. I know it's bound to happen. The way cons work, we're bound to cross paths. What else are you watching?
Oh god, well I watch a show a day pretty much.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I've got a weekly schedule. Like,
can you pause time? That's amazing.
So, yeah, I'm watching Black Clover, Boruto, Fairy Tail 2018.
How is Boruto?
Boruto, it's interesting. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. Like episode 65 when you had Naruto and Sasuke versus Shiki. That was freaking amazing. Like the callbacks back in the day, and then some of it's filled with filler, so you can get a bit bored sometimes, but it's like, yeah.
I have a question. Is Gaara in it?
Gaara is in it, but he's pretty much useless, because shonen tropes go, as you grow up, you become a useless character whilst you're teenagers.
Listen, you're so harsh right now with your Naruto headband. Does he have a girlfriend? I'm just asking for a friend, whatever.
Gaara hasn't got a girlfriend, but he's got an adopted kid.
Really? Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy who uses the same jutsu type that the third Kazekage used, where he uses the magnetic sand.
What's his name?
Oh god, I can't remember.
Oh, come on!
There are too many!
So he's my favorite character, along with Rock Lee, so I'm like, tell me of his lore, and tell me he's not married.
He's not married, he's still single.
I have a chance!
You have chances, yes.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
No worries, thank you.
All right, who else? This will be our last question, so they'll get a break between people. All right, someone who's not, oh my gosh. All right, you, I see your, where did you get that? The internet? Why have I never thought of that?
I found it online.
Where?
I can't remember.
It's so cool. I need it. Is it so comfortable?
Yeah, but I'm really cold.
I was about to ask if you're burning up. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful! Yes! Do you have a question or do you just want to show off your outfit?
I was just going to show you.
I love it! What are you watching right now?
Mostly just Fairy Tail and Death Note.
Fairy Tail and Death Note? Oh my gosh. Talk about different ends of a spectrum there. Jeez. Well, then we have time for one more question. What about you with the blonde? Yes, oh yeah, yes.
I was wondering, when Happy unknowingly met his parents, how did you feel with your bonding from Happy?
How did I feel about Happy? Just to remind me, he didn't ever realize they were his parents, right?
No, at the time, he didn't know they were his parents.
That broke my heart. It was like being so close and then not.
I was really hoping you were going to tell him, like, we didn't want to get rid of you. Like,
it seems unfair, doesn't it? Like, why? But I guess Natsu is his dad and brother and pet, because I don't want to call Happy the pet. So Natsu's his pet. So I guess he's got his family, but yeah, it made me mad. Like, what? We could have extended this arc.
They could have made such a nice story for them to all be like, together in story.
Yes. Oh, so awesome. What are you watching?
Pretty much everything, but mostly Fairy Tail. I'm reading a lot of books as well, but I'm also working.
What book are you reading?
Vampire Doll. It's a very short series.
Nice. I love it. Well, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of my panel. You made it so much fun. So many times I say, anyone have questions? And nobody will raise their hand. So thank you for making this so much fun for me. I'll see you at my other events. I have a signing at 3. It's supposed to go to 3 to 6, but it's not. I can't wait to meet with you, and I'll see you later.